Palmistry reading of a businessman whose age is 41-year-old. He had his life from rags to riches and then back to rags to riches again. I would be reading his particular hand, but before I start, request you to press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update. You can call me or you can email me. These are the phone number and the email that are mentioned on the screen. One more thing I need to add out here is that people think that if they have a rare sign or a rare symbol, something like a fish, a M sign, swastik, lotus sign, and many more crazy signs, like many people have invented many new palmists. They have invented A sign, H sign, W sign, M sign. All of these are not important signs to look for in palmistry. I would be showing how and why with even simple lines the effects can be excellent, super good. But still, when I'm trying to explain to you, still people don't understand, because they think that if they have a simple line, something like this, it is not so good compared to a M sign. A small simple line of money, people think that everybody is going to be having such a line, so what's the use of this particular line? Something like a Mercury line out here, they would assume that it has got of less significance and it is of no use. Something like a simple heart line, they would say that it's a heart line, what is the use of the heart line? I don't want heart, I just want money. This is money. So I would be giving explanation why simple lines are better than complicated kind of lines. The first line to refer to is the line originating on the Mount of Jupiter. Now Jupiter is a big planet. It means growth, expansion, honor in your life. Lines originating on the Mount of Jupiter joining your lifeline means your life getting guided by Jupiter. Life getting guided by Jupiter is a beautiful sign because it brings in growth, expansion, ambition, honor, respect in your life, and they would remain with your life throughout their life. Although this particular upward line from the line of Jupiter joining the lifeline is around the age of 15, but the significance of this line remains throughout your life, not necessarily only and only before the age of 35, or maybe before the it continues throughout your life, not necessarily only till the age of 15 or so. So I was talking about this upward line that is present on the Mount of Jupiter, which is of great significance throughout their life and takes a person to a higher position. The second important line to refer to is the area under the Mount of Mercury. Now, what is Mount of Mercury? Mercury is the area of skill, calculations, communication, engineering, medical science. This is also the area of physics, chemistry, biology. This is also the area of chess playing. This is also the area of your intelligence. Try to understand. Headline does not tell about the intelligence, it just shows the inclination. The area of Mercury, these perpendicular lines out here, it means strong set of skill. A person who has got strong lines, the chances are that that particular person is sharpening their skills. This particular line that I'm just going to draw, this is a weaker line. So weaker line has got less significance, even if it is perpendicular. That means that that particular skills is not being sharpened by that particular person. So that's a reason why strong perpendicular line means sharpening skills, and a person who sharpens their skills is likely to be more successful. Even these particular lines that I'm referring to, these are also Mercury lines, and it means sharpening of skills. Some people, they have got too many lines out here. That means overworking mind, and they are crisscrossing lines. All those are negative signs having independent lines is better than complicated kind of lines. Now, the other very important aspect for success is the line of heart, where it originates and where it ends. So origination is out here, so most people have the heart line originate out here, and it is ending under the Mount of Saturn. Mount of Saturn is for being grounded, knowing the ground situations very well. The person is materialistic, the person values money. People who value money are the ones who are able to multiply their money. So multiplication of money comes from, or the desire from money comes from, the Mount of Saturn. People who have a positive Mount of Saturn are the ones who are able to accumulate good amount of money, possessions, wealth in their life. The reason why we say this is a good line is because towards the end, on the Mount of Saturn, you notice that there appears to be simple line, something like this, and a small parallel line. Although this holds very less significance, we can ignore it also, but a simple line on the Mount of Saturn signifies that the chances are such a person would be able to accumulate good amount of wealth in his life. Now, the heart line that ends under the Mount of Saturn, most businessmen, they have it something like this. Heartline ending on the Mount of Saturn. The heartline can also be something like just a straight kind of a line without any curvature ending out here. That would also be called ending on the Saturn, or it can curve down towards the Mount of Saturn. That is also good. Curvature of the line makes a person very passionate, temperamental, and the person is expressive with their emotions, and these people are likely to not being able to contain their emotions. So that's what basically the meaning of this particular line is. And you would notice that the line of heart is very simple kind. Simple line means without any branches hanging downwards from the heart line towards the headline. There appears to be no branches, and even if they are very rare kind, they aren't there throughout. So that is considered to be a good sign, because the person can handle stress and anxiety. Some people, they have got broken kind of a heart line. Now, a broken kind of a heart line means heart being broken. It means that either a divorce or something like this might happen in this particular person's life. In this case, we don't see this break, but yet when the person told me, he mentioned he has already had 2 divorces. So you would notice that there is no break in the heartline, and yet he has got divorces. Now you are going to wonder, is palmistry wrong? No, palmistry is not wrong at all. The reason being is that even in spite of these 2 divorces, the person is still not heartbroken. The person has still have those energies and stamina and vitality and the desires and the focus. See, normally what happens is that if you have got 2 divorces, you get hugely disappointed. You lose hope in your life, and everything, basically you think that there's nothing in your life. But for this person, he says, okay, even if I had a bad marriage, it's all okay. I would still marry again and still have a good relation, but what has gone by has gone back. So this person is not carrying the extra baggage of the past. So people who do not carry extra baggage of the past are the people who are likely to be more successful. So this is what basically it means. So what is required? Focus, dedication. This is what is required, and this person has got lots of dedication and lots of focus, and that's the reason why the person is successful. In spite of having 2 bankruptcies, in spite of having 2 failed marriages, everything going bad, and still the person is hugely successful. So one divorce happened somewhere out here at the age of 35, and the other happened a little bit earlier. So you'll notice in the earlier portion, the money line is kind of broken out here. So break in the money line in the earlier portion means some kind of financial issues. In his case, it was a big issue, but in generally, if we find these small lines somewhere at the start broken, it might not mean anything in somebody else's case, but in his case it was major, and the line of money is quite stable running throughout their life. This person had like sent me had given a reading long time back, and I do remember that he had a line something like this broken somewhere out here and a new line developing somewhere out here. So this area age 35 37 he mentioned was something really major for him financially as well as personally as well. And he had a really tough time, but I think lines have changed in his case, specifically only and only the line of money that has changed. It is very stable throughout. It is very stable. So that the reason being that if there is a stable line, the chances of stability increases. So if we just take a look from earlier portion, it touches the line of head, the age is 35. It continues till the age of 53. So this is one line. Then another line develops somewhere out here. So somewhere close to the age of 35, intersection of the head and the money line, the another line starts running parallel, and that continues throughout their lives. So the work that starts somewhere close to the age of 37 38, that is likely to continue throughout the life, and one work is likely to end somewhere close to the age of 53, where the money line is kind of ending out here. So that's what it is. The money line originating on the Mount of Moon signifies a person benefiting from foreign countries, trading activity, service industry, public appreciation from public as well. All these things are likely to be beneficial. Even woman is likely to be beneficial for him. Although he had 2 divorces, he had to pay alimony, yet I would still say that woman is likely to be more successful in his case. And woman could be any woman. It could be mother, it could be sister, it could be daughter, it could be wife, or it could be anybody else. So some relations can go bad, that's understandable, but as such I would say that everything is good. As far as the sun line goes, this is the line of head, and let me just draw the line of sun. So this is the line of sun. It is broken before the age of 35. It starts 34 to 35, again broken after the age of 35. This again is a very weak kind of a line, so these ones we can ignore. But this new line that develops at the age of 35, that is very strong, and that continues. And but it's a little bit wave-like formation. So wave-like formation loses some of its energies, and then basically as it touches the line of heart, this is the line of heart, and it moves ahead and above the line of heart, where there's a wave-like formation, and there's a V-like formation out here. So V-like formation pointing towards a finger is a beautiful sign. What it basically means is that it is pointing towards 2 fingers, the Saturn finger and the sun finger. So energies penetrate the fingers, the sun finger and the Saturn finger. Energy or light penetrate the fingers and they enter the palm. That means entering your life, and they move forward, and some of them get accumulated out here. Okay, so when they get accumulated, it means that this particular portion of life becomes significant. So if this intersection was age 53, so this portion is going to be roughly 55. So somewhere close to the age of 55, still better possibilities can arise. And so in that way, it's a beautiful sign. The direction of the money line 37 to 53 is in one particular direction. If this line had continued a little bit this way, it would have meant something else, but it is kind of leaning a little bit sideways, maybe pointing more towards the Saturn and the Sun mount. Sun is basically for creativity, risk-taking abilities, so the person might be very risk-taking abilities, and Saturn is for money, possession and wealth, wisdom, and even wisdom and wise decisions as well. So in all, I would say it's a very productive kind of a hand, very stable hand, and in spite of all the problems the person might have faced, rags to riches and then back to rags and then riches again. So it's a very productive hand. The person would be able to accumulate huge amount of wealth in his life. There's no problem as far as that goes. In the earlier hand image, the earlier reading that I had given him, this was the lifeline. and there was another line leaning outward pointing towards the Mount of Moon. In that case, it meant health loss or wealth loss during this particular year. So this age was around the age of 62 or so. But as time has gone by, his hands have changed, and there's an overlapping lifeline. So overlapping lifeline is considered to be a good sign because it gives more energies to this particular person, and that too happening somewhere close to the age of 60s. So that's a very remarkable thing. So it means more success coming to this particular person. See, it's all about surface area. It's something like a farm field that you have got, how much area that you have got, how big a plot that you have. Imagine this was the only lifeline. That means you just have got 1 acre plot, but imagine there's another portion getting added. So that means 1 acre plus 200 meters as well. So more Venus means more energies, more stamina, more vitality, and more desires. Venus does not mean success, but Venus has all the energies and stamina. So people who are unsuccessful also, who might lose everything in their life, but if this area is well padded, this area has got a bigger semicircle, that would mean that in spite of all the failures, everything, still they would come out strong and they would be able to recover what they have lost. So in all, I would say a perfect hand, left hand and right hands do show lots of similarities. Same, I do similar kind of indication. One small indication that I would just point out here is that this is the line of money. Another line joining out here is considered to be good. That means this is a river and another tributary adding up. So this all happened before the age of 35. He had huge amount of riches. Then there's a line that is moving outward from the main lifeline, from the main money line. So this is some loss or the other. So, and specifically moving towards the Mount of Mars means moving towards the fire, and fire burns your money. So all this happened before the age of 35. This age could be around the age of 32, but things have gone by. Everything is good. Need not worry. Your sun line is good. Your money line is good. Your heart line is good. Heart line plays a major role in the money aspect. So don't think that when we talk about the line of head, we are not talking about the money part. So in all, a perfect hand to have. I would end my video out here, but repeat one thing once again. Don't think fish is an important sign. No good palmistry book talks about it. No good palmistry book talks about the M sign, A sign, H sign, W sign, lotus sign, any particular these kind of signs. Don't think any of these are of any significance at all. Importance of money line is just 15%. You can come to know about money from any aspect of your palm. It can be your head, heart, your sun mount, your Mercury mount, your Venus, moon, any particular mount. Everything can tell about the money aspect. A saint once said, you don't need to go to an astrologer or a palmist to know about your future, because you already know your future. Present is a result of past. How will be my future? Future depends upon what you are doing in the present. What are we? We are product of our thoughts. So the thoughts that come to our mind are really important. Keep positive thoughts and keep good company. That's what matters the most. Bye and take care.